The following is a typically outrageous and thought-provoking clip from the Riot.
To me, it's more a question of having this concept in our society, again, that somehow everything that you want is a right.
Right.
You don't have a right to birth control. When you're on the left and you say that thing like Sandra Fluke or Hillary Clinton or whoever, when you say I have a right to free birth control, no, you don't. You have a desire for free birth control.
Right.
You don't have a right. The rights that you have in this country, you know what they are? They're enumerated in the Constitution.
Right. They're in the Bill of Rights.
All right, that's it. You have a right to free speech, to freedom of religion, to freedom of assembly, to bear arms, to not be thrown in jail without just cause, not to incriminate yourself, not to have the government put soldiers during peacetime in your in your house. Exactly. These are your rights as an American citizen. Let's keep that straight. When you say you have a right to birth control, you have a right to health care, you have a right to affordable housing, you have a right to a good job, that's bullshit.
Right.
We all want those things.
You want it for free.
Yeah, and I would love to see most people or all people have those things, but that's not your right. No. Nobody owes you that shit. If you can't afford your birth control, why is it anybody else's business to provide that for you?
Right.
Especially since it's not a medical condition. It'd be one thing if you said, oh, I have cancer, or I have this, or I have that, please help me. I have a right to some care. That's humanitarian. But for you to claim that birth control is a right that you need, especially paid for by the rest of the citizens of this country, go fuck yourself.
Right.
All right? And especially in the Hobby Lobby case, it was such a narrow ruling that you can't be upset at it. I mean, I know the female judges probably were on their periods at the same time, and they had this, who was it? Ginsburg had like a 35-page scathing dissent about this or whatever. But let's get real. The only possibility that needed to be addressed was that other religious institutions could now start to deny coverage of other things. Somebody brought up the case if homosexuality is against your religion, does that mean you don't want to pay for HIV drugs? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That might come up. First of all, let me say this. That hasn't been the issue yet, and I'm willing to go along with the yet part. But at the end of the day, I still hold by my principles that the government shouldn't do any of this shit to private enterprise. They shouldn't be telling them what their health plans are supposed to cover. And don't forget, the reason Hobby Lobby became a Supreme Court case to begin with is because Obamacare got jammed down your throat.
Join us every week at theriotshow.com to follow the latest exploits of Big Fat John and Judo Larry M. This is Mark, the man with a golden voice, and my testicles are killing me.